And we are live. Welcome, everyone, to the closing ceremony of the Fuse Summer 2024 Hackathon. If you weren't aware before, this is our second hackathon for the year, and boy, has it been a success. I want to say good morning to you, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where from across the globe that you are joining us, because we had submissions from all over across the globe for this hackathon. A quick one just before we jump in case you forgot my name. My name is Emmanuel. Here at Fuse Networks, I'm in charge of all things technical documentations and developer relations. And joining us today, we have the pleasure of our CEO in here. Over to you, Mark.
Hey everybody, and I hope you had fun with the hackathon. We're just getting our first steps in the hackathon world, and this is our first major, I would say, the first, in line of many, but the first one that we actually use our middleware, the first one that we actually, I see, kind of managed to build and see results with account abstraction. And I think it's pretty remarkable that you could build stuff like what we saw. And I don't imagine it would be possible until like a year or two ago. So it's really interesting with the perspective of being so long in the space to see with this perspective how fast you could build today things that were really complicated to build up until like a year ago. So really inspirational. Thanks, Emmanuel.
Yeah, thank you so much, Mark. We are going to bring Mark back up to speak with us. A quick look through the agenda for today that we are going to be running through. We just had our welcome, and we are going to be taking a look at a couple of Fuse updates. I know you all are eager to know who the winners are, but just relax, take a breather. At the end of the day, everybody's a winner because for us, it's a delight having so many developers show interest in building on top of Fuse. So we are going to share more updates with you developers, and then we are going to walk through a couple of the submissions that made it to the top finalists. And I would say it was a very, very hard process for our judges to pick the final winners. Again, every participant is a winner because it's a delight to have you building on top of us. And then we are going to unveil the winners and give you some updates post hackathon. So, having said that, I am going to now hand it over back to Mark to give us some updates on what is currently happening at Fuse and what developers should expect.
Sure. So first of all, Fusebox was launched in January, somewhere around beginning of this year. It's a big push for us to kind of reimagine how to price blockchain transactions and how to build using a blockchain. So Fusebox is to solve like two parts, and I think we only tackled the first part. So Fusebox makes it easier to build on blockchain apps which are non-custodial, borderless, permissionless. You can utilize account abstraction. You can basically consume block space, and all through one easy product and through one easy subscription. So the requirement for this hackathon was that we want all the developers to use the Fusebox and onboard to the Fusebox. The second part of this, which we will start pushing more and more, we're about to launch our new roadmap as well. We're going to announce it in the next in like a week or two. And you will see that we're really focused on moving Fuse from a monolithic L1 to a modular L2. And part of this transition is also to change our business model in terms of how transactions are made, and more specifically, how do we actually make money? So in crypto, usually you're not really charging like revenue, and you're not offering any SaaS subscriptions. So how does an L2 charges money for the service? And that's easy. You basically use economic forces. You use incentives. So the whole idea as the next step for the Fusebox, and we will announce it also in our roadmap, is to create those monthly bundles, monthly subscriptions that will be charged in Fuse. You can pay it in any currency, but it will be converted to Fuse tokens. It will be priced in dollars, and it will be burned. So those things will be kind of specced out and voted on and discussed thoroughly in the next 6 months. So that's part of the interesting announcements in the pipeline. Our next hackathon is going to take advantage of account abstraction kind of next phase. So account abstraction is becoming more modular, where you can open wallets and create plugins and do interesting integrations. And we're planning to use account abstraction extensively throughout our products, from the console to the mobile wallets. So our next hackathon, we want to achieve two things. One, we want to see people building really innovative things on top of our account abstraction stack. And the second thing is we want to charge for this account abstraction stack. And another update is we're moving to a ZK VM in Q4. And there's going to be a really big announcement ahead of that. Again, in the next few days, we will communicate it. So quite a lot of changes happening in Fuse, especially on the network side. So adding, I would say, launching the network as a ZK VM is profoundly impactful on on our tokenomics, on our community, and there's going to be a really big announcement about some of the steps we're going to make ahead of this transition. So just to reiterate, we're going to do a lot of tokenomic updates on the roadmap. We're going to launch the ZK VM in Q4. We're going to upgrade the Fusebox and the console, so they're burning Fuse, and we're actually focused on charging money on this product, which is basically our main offering. And that's why all the hackathons, like the next one, will be also for the console, and it will be even more, I would say, focused on account abstraction. So sorry, it was a little bit all over the place, but I hope it's going to be organized in a way that everybody can understand and give us feedback. And the community should be tuned in the next few weeks.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you very much for those insightful updates, Mark. And there you have it here first. You are getting all the alpha directly from the CEO himself, and then you know what to expect. So to get a sense of when all these updates will be coming out, you should closely follow us on Twitter and also visit our forum. If you have not been making use of the forum, this is now the time that you should go on there, read all the updates that are going to be coming out regarding the tokenomics changes and fee burning. And also, we encourage you to participate in all network related activities. And here, the moments that you have been waiting for. And again, thank you so much, Mark, for those updates. Drum roll. Thank you, Mark.
Do we have sound effects in this app?
I do have some sound effect, but I'm keeping that for the special moment for the beginners. Yes.
Okay.
So, like I did mention at the beginning of this call, of this session, judges had a hard time picking through the top list of finalists that we have. And we announced the finalists sometime last week. If you missed out on that, you should go read it up on the blog. And again, following our blog is one way of keeping up with the updates. So we had 6 finalists made it to pole position. One of them was Prime Wallets, and Prime Wallet is heavily built leveraging on account abstraction, and it's a crypto wallet that offers a secure way to manage digital assets without even the end user having any needs to understand how external own addresses work and how private keys work, right? So they make it easier for users to like send transactions using user operations, all of it being powered by Fusebox. And this is why for other developers and other teams who want to like onboard users to Web3, Fusebox is the way to go. So kindly visit our docs and then get to understand how you can leverage Fusebox in your app. So that submission was made for the mobile track. The second finalist that we have is Thrift Chain. So Thrift Chain is a DeFi tool that leverages blockchain to facilitate both individual and group-based savings. So they make it possible for a team of people who want to say, for instance, go on a trip, or who want to pool resources together for charity, or who want to pool resources together for a project, to be able to do this in a very decentralized manner, leveraging Fuse's network. And third pole position was Poodle Finance, again, another DeFi application to help people without any restrictions across borders to develop their tokens into smart contracts where they will earn Poodle tokens, and then they can then use Poodle tokens to carry out other activities across different protocols in the DeFi ecosystem. Fourth finalist was Infuse. Infuse is actually a Telegram app that also integrates components of being a crypto wallet. So building this on Fuse, it's made possible by leveraging on top of Fusebox. So again, I cannot help but reiterate how important Fusebox is to the ecosystem right now, right? If you know you are a project out there, you want to bring in users into Web3 from Web2, whether it is across building web apps or even building mobile apps, we have particular SDKs that meets your particular needs. Flutter SDK for building Flutter apps, and then the Web SDK for building web apps. So Fuse Ordinals, it's the fifth finalist, and they are a P2P borrowing and lending protocol built wholly on Fuse. Borrowers can borrow Fuse tokens and against their ordinals, while lenders can lend out Fuse tokens to earn interest, generating as APIs that can go as high as that number mentioned, right? And all of this is made possible by smart contracts on the Fuse network. And the beauty of the Fuse Ordinals app is that the UI is also powered by Fusebox. That means a user does not need to understand how DeFi and protocol lending works on traditional Web3 to be able to make use of Fuse Ordinals. Again, all of this built on top of Fuse using Fusebox. So if you're not using Fusebox, then you know what you're missing out on. And then in sixth place, it's Monetizado. It's an on-chain pay-per-view platform that allows you to monetize any web page and started contracts through Web3 EVM networks, and they deployed on Fuse for their submission for this particular hackathon. And this is the moment of truth, the moment that everyone has been waiting for. So before we get in there, I do have to mention that, again, it was very, very hard for the judges to like pick a winner. And we had to like rely on a points-based system where the judging criteria was to look at the real-world use cases for each of these finalist projects, to look at the code implementation, whether it was sound enough and practical enough, and also to look at the user experience. How easy would it be for anyone who does not understand Web3 technologies to use any of these applications? And having sat on these projects from when submissions close up until over the weekend when the judges finally decided, it's my delight to announce to you that we finally picked 3 winners. And the first runner-up from the winners is Fuse Ordinals.
Congratulations, Fuse Ordinals team.
Congratulations to the Fuse Ordinals team. Congratulations. It was really an intense period of hacking, and it's a delight to see you team announced as winners. And then
Who's the runner-up? That's the runner-up.
Yes, first
Okay.
runner-up. We have two runner-ups and one winner.
Yes.
So
okay.
and
So the
then
next runner-up.
the second runner-up is Thrift Chain.
Congratulations, Thrift Chain.
Congratulations to the Thrift Chain team. And next, the moment of truth, announcing the winner for the Fuse Summer 2024 Hackathon. Prime Wallets. Prime
Congratulations, Prime Wallet team.
Congratulations to the Prime Wallet
when
team.
When is it going to production? Did you ask them? When can I use it on the App Store?
I mean, delightfully, it's actually open for use right now. But then again, the critical components for bringing in these projects, it's the very fact that we are going to add them to our ecosystem, and then users will be able to use them from here on out. So again, congratulations to the three winners. Post hackathon, we are going to be contacting you directly. Please, one other reasons why we have these public announcements is for transparency and for you to understand that nobody is going to be DMing you, asking you to make any payments or trying to scam you in the process of getting your prizes. So patiently wait. Someone from the Fuse team is going to contact you, and congratulations to the winners and the participants.
I also want to say thank you for all the participants. If you wish to continue with your submission, like continue with your development, please reach out. More than happy to accommodate you and maybe even explore a grant, like if you want to do something beyond the hackathon. If your idea can actually turn into a business, there's so many companies that started as a hackathon submission. So if you want our advice, or you want to join our grants program, or you want us to help you with marketing, everything is on the table. And on the other side of the coin, I would really be happy for every one of the participants to reach out if they have feedback. We're more than happy to accommodate you there on your time as well. We wish to get as much feedback as possible from people that have like first-hand experience on our stack, so we can improve. This is one in a series of hackathons. The next one will be hopefully announced soon in Q3. And the plan is to try and leverage all the hacks as much as possible and trying to improve with every hackathon, improve our stack and also improve the quality of the project. So with your help, we can achieve it.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Mark. And there you heard it from the CEO himself. So one of the things that we are heavy on here at Fuse, it's direct support. So you have access to everyone on the team. You have access to technical support from our engineers. You have access to go to market from our marketing team. So for developers that want to build, for teams that want to build, please do not hesitate. Join our Telegram, join our Discord, contact us, connect with us, give us feedback of your experience building during the course of the hackathon. And again, if you are yet to use Fuse in your projects, you are missing out. Kindly visit our documentation. It's at docs.fuse.io. And then again, we have come to the end of today's session. It has been a delightful one, and I want to say very special thank you for being here with us for staying here from the beginning of this hackathon to now, the last day, which is the closing ceremony. And then again to the winners, we are going to be reaching out to you. Please do not answer any messages that are asking you for payments to redeem your prizes. No one from the Fuse team is going to ask you to do that. Congratulations again. See you on the next hackathon. Just before we go, Mark, any more words from you before we
No,
wrap this up?
I'm eager to publish the results, to get feedback from the community, and to start working on the next one.
Awesome, awesome. Kindly join our Telegram, join our Discord, share your feedback, use Fusebox in your projects, and also apply for the ecosystem grants, become a part of the Fuse family. It has been a delight doing this with you all. Again, my name is Emmanuel.